Hello children, good morning. Yesterday we discussed about what is weather and what is climate. What is the difference between the climate and weather? And today I gave a brief note about what are the different factors which affect the climate of a place. Depending on what factors, climate changes from place to place. So I have given you a list of the factors which affect the climate of a place. Before going to the main theme, I would like to explain once again in brief about weather and climate. Weather is the change in the atmospheric condition every day, every hour, every minute. But climate is the average of the weather condition of any place, any particular place over a long time. It is studied, every day's weather condition is studied, and what common factors are there in that particular weather condition is taken as climate. So there is a difference between weather and climate. Weather changes day by day, hour to hour, minute to minute, whereas climate doesn't change like that. Though there are slight changes, but it remains the same throughout for a longer time. This is what the difference between climate and weather. Okay, factors which affect the climate I told: distance from the equator or from the sun, distance from the sea, ocean currents, altitude, humidity and rainfall, direction of winds. Okay, all these factors, how they affect the climate of a place, we are going to study. The climate near the sea and the climate in the central part of our country will not be the same. The places which are very close to the sea will have humid climate. Means precipitation will be more, and means sweating will be more. Though the heat won't be there, but because of saltiness in the sea water and more evaporation of water from the seas and oceans, they feel more sweating in those places. If you go to Jammu and Kashmir, it was very high from the sea level and it is a cool place. There is lot of difference between the climate of coastal area. Coastal area means the places which are close to the sea, and mountain area, the places which are near to the mountain. And the place, Rajasthan is a desert. They are completely hot and dry climate we find. In our area, that is Telangana, some parts like Madhya Pradesh, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, etc. They are hot and dry places. They receive rain only in rainy season. Understand? So like that we can find a lot of differences in the climatic conditions of each and every state of our country. So what are the factors, or even in the world also I can say. So what are the factors that affect the climate of a place? I already told direction of wind, distance from the sea, distance from the equator, distance from ocean currents, and one more what? Humidity and rainfall. We are going to study about them one by one. Okay, first let us take distance from equator or distance from the sun. Distance, first one is distance from equator. How the distance from the equator affects the climate of a place, let us know. So, in my last lesson, while teaching you the latitudes and longitudes, I drew a diagram of important latitudes. Right, children? So, same I am going to draw here once again to show you, to make it clear about the. So, think this is the earth, this is the equator, the largest latitude on the earth. 0 degree latitude. Okay, and here we have 23.5 degree north latitude, that is Tropic of Cancer. This is 66.5 degree north latitude, that is Arctic Circle. Here 23.5 degree south latitude, that is Tropic of Capricorn. And this is 66.5 degrees south latitude, that is Tropic of Antarctic Circle. And this is South Pole, and 90 degrees it is North Pole. Okay, then how the distance, this is equator, right? How the distance from the equator affects the climate of a place is our point now. See, one thing I already told while teaching you about the important latitudes. The sun's rays fall, where should I show? The sun's rays fall vertically on the equator or on the places around the equator. Vertically means straight like this. Sun's rays fall straight like this on the places which are very close to equator, say some 5 degrees or 10 degrees on both the sides of the equator. Okay, their sun's rays fall very straight vertically on the land surface. That's why when the sun's rays fall vertically on the land, you know what happens? The distance from the sun and the distance between the sun and the land is shorter. Understand? That's why when the sun's rays fall on the earth vertically, that time what happens? That particular part of the earth receives more heat. More heat it receives. So this place is very hot. So we call it torrid zone. We call it torrid zone. Zone means area. Then when from here, so almost all the place around the equator, from equator till Tropic of Cancer, from equator till Tropic of Capricorn. So this place will be very hot. The reason for it is the sun's rays fall vertically on these parts so that they receive more heat from the sun. The reason for it is the distance from the equator is less, and sun's rays are close. Sun is very close to this part of the earth, I can say. That's why what happens, this area gets more heat from the sun. That's why most of the places around the equator are very, very hot. Here evaporation also takes place very quickly, and very heavy rainfall also takes place in these places. Then this part is called, so we can call it tropical zone also. And because this zone is between the tropics, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. The area which is between the Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer, we call it even tropical zone also. Zone means area, or torrid zone, same place. Then the area between 23.5 degree to 66.5 degree in the north, 23.5 degrees and 66.5 degree in the south, this part. There sun's rays fall slantingly like this. Understand? When the sun's rays fall slantingly on both the sides like this, then what happens, they cover larger area. When the sun's rays fall vertically, they cover shorter area, and that's why they are spread on shorter area with more heat. That's why that part is very hot. As the sun's rays become slanting, when we move towards the move after the tropics, I can say, there what happens? As the sun's rays fall slantingly, they spread over a very large area. That's why the heat in the sun's rays will be moderate. Moderate means neither too hot or nor too cool. Moderate. They are not too hot. So that in these areas you can find dense population. More and more people live in these two areas only, in a temperate zone. This part is called temperate zone. Don't call temperature zone, it is temperate zone. What is temperate zone? The area between 23.5 degrees to 66.5 degrees, both on north and south. Or we can say the area between the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle, the area between Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle is called temperate zone. In the north we call north temperate zone, in the south we call south temperate zone. Here the sun's rays fall moderately, not very hot. That's why this place is suitable for human habitation. What do you mean by human habitation? Very suitable for our life, human life. That's why life exists in more number in this area. Okay, then still we move towards the circles, Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle. This area, okay. Very small area it covers, but sun's rays become still more slanting. Sun's rays become still more slanting, like this. So, as the sun's rays become more slanting, they carry very less temperature with them. Why? Can you observe one thing? Here the distance is less. The distance increases here. Here more distance. This distance is more from sun to the earth. That's why what happens? Here the sun's rays do not carry heat at all. Understand? Very cool it is. Cool means very cold, coldest area on the earth we can call. This area is called polar region or freezed zone. We call it freezed zone. Means the land is frozen here completely. The land is frozen. Means as sun's rays do not reach the earth at all. Understand? Very far from the sun's. These areas are very far from the sun. That's why sun's rays are very slanting. That's why what happens? Sun's rays almost they do not reach that place at all. That's why this area remains cold forever. And as there is no sun's rays, no heat, no temperature, what happens? The land is completely frozen. Some thousands of feet of ice is covering the land surface over here. You can't see the land like we do see in our area. What we see, soil, roads, houses. Can't see any of such things. No plants, no trees, nothing was there. Understand? Such a land is it. In this way, this distance from the equator affects the climate of a place. How? I told you already. The places which are close to the equator have they receive vertical rays of the sun. That's why here they receive more and more heat. So temperature in this area is so much that water in the seas, oceans or any ponds, water bodies I can say in one word, they evaporate very quickly and form the clouds. Morning it happens like that, by afternoon or by 4 o'clock it starts raining heavily. So heavy rainfall will be there and more temperature also will be there in this area. These two type of things are very suitable for the growth of dense forests. Means thick forests grow here and land always remains damp. Damp అంటే ఏంటి, బురద ఉంటుంది ఎప్పుడు చూసిన knees వరకు. So here they cannot build the houses. Only you find wildlife with very thick forests. So this area is not suitable for human life. When we move towards the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, after crossing the tropics, the sun's rays become slanting and they are spread over a large area of land. That's why what happened? Area is more. Sun's rays will be the same number here, no change. That's why what happens? Here, the land receives less temperature from the sun. That's why this area is moderate, pleasant weather we will have here. Climate will be pleasant. Here, very hot climate. Here, moderate climate. Where in temperate zone. The area between the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle, Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle, Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. These areas are having pleasant climate, whereas the area around the equator has very, very hot climate. And you see, so you remember, area around the equator has very hot climate. Area after the tropic till the Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle, till these lines. This area receives slanting rainfalls and they even receive the heat of the sun, rainfall, everything. That's why this area has pleasant climate, neither too hot nor too cool. That's why here this area is suitable for human life. Rather, life exists in large number in these two areas. And again, if you go towards the poles, from Arctic Circle to North Pole, Antarctic Circle to South Pole, the sun's rays totally do not reach the sun. They are very, very slanting. That's why what happens? It was almost like 7 o'clock in the evening in our places. Right from morning till the night, throughout the year I can say. So that here, as there was no sun's rays reaching the earth, there is no heat of the sun at all in these areas. That's why what happens? The land is completely frozen. The land is completely frozen. Means it is covered with very thick layer of ice. Here. Can you live in such a place? Only in the month of December and January we get more cool climate. We don't resist it. We don't tolerate it. We wear sweaters, shawls and all. Understand? When you think 100 times more than that will be the climate in these areas. No human life you find, especially in this south polar region and south frigid zone, no life at all. This is called Antarctica, the 7th continent. No human beings you find here. Whereas in North Polar region, in few places you can find that very, very less. The whole area population is very less than our Hyderabad city also. Understand? So this is how the climate is affected by the distance from the equator. Once again I will show you. So on the basis of the heat received from the sun, or I can say on the basis of the distance of a place from the equator, the whole land is divided into 3 climatic zones. So what are they? Let me show you with this diagram. Some rough sketch I am doing here. You have to do with bangle or divider at home when you are asked to do. See, this is equator, children. Okay. And this is Tropic of Cancer. This is Tropic of Capricorn. is Antarctic Circle. So better without writing the names, I will show you. I will write outside the circle. So this is 0 degree latitude. You all know it is equator, right? And this is 23.5 degree north latitude. That is Tropic of Cancer. This is 23.5 degree south latitude, Tropic of Capricorn. Here this is 66.5 degree north latitude. It is called Arctic Circle. This is North Pole. And a half degree south latitude, that is called Antarctic Circle, and this is South Pole. So the area which is between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, this area is called torrid zone. What it is called? Torrid zone. It is the hottest zone on the earth, and the area between the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle and Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle, this is called temperate zone. In the north it is called North Temperate Zone. In the south it is called South Temperate Zone. And this is full of ice. This is called freezed zone, North freezed zone. This is called South freezed zone. Freezed zone. Freezed means land is completely frozen here. It is in the south, it is in the north. These are the three main climatic zones on the earth. Based on the distance from the equator, the whole earth is divided into three climatic zones. The first one is torrid zone, hottest zone on the earth. Second one is temperate zone, both in the north and south. And the third is freezed zone, both in the north and south. The torrid zone is very hot, hottest zone on the earth. Temperate zone is suitable for human life. And the freezed zone is covered with ice and the coldest climate we find on the earth. That's why here also life is not possible. In torrid zone also very difficult to exist. Only this part, temperate zone, is suitable for human life. So by today we will stop here. Only what we learned: distance from the equator, how it affects the climate of a place, how the climate changes due to the distance it has from the equator. So based on that, whole earth is divided into three climatic zones: torrid zone, temperate zone and freezing zone. So that's all, children. I hope you have got the textbooks. Read this part in the textbook. Tomorrow we will continue with some other factors which affect the climate of a place. So thank you.